Hello, good day to you. It's Thailand News, and today's story is in Tiger, and they are saying that Thailand's international borders will not reopen for tourists until at least 2021. So this story, the Tiger, we have is out today, and 10th of August 2020. So we're looking at very bad news for anybody who's looking to go to Thailand as a tourist. Here's the story.
Thailand is unlikely to reopen its borders to international tourists before the end of the year, the prediction from a deputy governor of the Tourism Authority of Thailand. Speaking at yet another webinar, this time hosted by Mekong Tourism and Travel Mole, the Deputy Governor for International Marketing at TAT, Hadan Kunjara noted that there has been no talk of a timeline issued for reopening the country to inbound or outbound leisure travel during weekly COVID-19 national meetings. He spoke of the Thai government's very cautious approach to reopening borders and said he doesn't expect Thailand to welcome tourists until at least 2021. I see no signal from the government that the country will open this year. That's putting a lot of pressure on the tourism industry. The Christmas period, usually the high season, is in jeopardy, and I'm looking horribly even to Chinese New Year in February, which is an iffy proposition at best now. Unfortunately, this is not a rosy picture. Discussions about the creation of travel bubbles have also stalled. Last month, there was talk about forming travel bubbles. That talk has not continued so far because of outbreaks in many of the countries we were hoping to get tourists from, including Vietnam. Meanwhile, the list of groups allowed back into Thailand, under strict health measures, has been expanded from diplomats and UN officials, to business people, investors who have an agreement with the government, film crews, some migrant workers, exhibition personnel, and the holders of Thailand elite visas. But there are also conditions set on these categories of people allowed back into the country, including their country of departure. Everyone must spend 14 days in state-sanctioned quarantine. Thailand is also opening up to select countries for medical tourism. The TAT Deputy Governor also added that plans are being discussed safe bubbles that can be formed for leisure travel, with the proposal that all visitors spend a minimum of 30 days in Thailand. This would be in designated areas, probably islands, such as Koh Samui or Phuket. Currently, this is not moving forward as the government is taking a wait-and-see attitude. They want to see how the current groups of foreigners, such as film crews and diplomats, do first. There is still a lot of nervousness. With uncertainty surrounding the reopening of borders to international travel, Thai tourism operators are proposing a new inbound tourism plan, called Safe and Sealed, to replace travel bubbles. During a joint meeting of the Tourism and Sports Ministry and the private sector chaired by Tourism and Sports Minister, Phiphat Ratchakat Prakarn, tourism-related groups propose letting tourists return to Thailand in Q4. As compared to the travel bubble scheme, the plan envisages safer, more flexible screening procedures for many countries. Only visitors from cities with a record of 0 infections for at least 30 days will be selected, and they will only be able to travel and stay in designated hotels and provinces. Other conditions include a COVID-free certificate 72 hours before flights, as well as insurance and swab tests. The tourism sector used to employ 4 million workers pre-COVID, but with businesses having zero revenue over the past 6 months, unemployment in the sector could soon exceed 2.5 million. Meanwhile, EVA Air has announced today that it is pushing back its reintroduction of flights to Phuket from next month until at least March next year.
So there we go, that's the story. I hope you enjoyed that, and of course, do feel free to come back, and we'll have another story for you very soon. So have a good day, and bye for now.